Come on, it's all right. Come on. It's all right. Come on. It's all right. That's what I say before I start the podcast. Come on. It's all right. I sound like I'm talking myself into, this is like one of my favorite parts of my day is sitting down and talking to no one. That's not a good sign.
Jemma Bayley reviews everything ever.
I just hate people that much. I get so excited to sit down and talk to no one. I get excited to sit down and have my say uninterrupted. There's an upside down 4 over there. So every time I record the podcast, I've got like a piece of furniture and I assembled it in pieces and I forgot to take the numbers off of the pieces, and every time I look over there, there's an upside down 4. It's not that I haven't noticed it's upside down. I have noticed it's upside down. I'm dyslexic, but just because I'm dyslexic doesn't mean that I can't tell when things are upside down. Hello and welcome to Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever. It's me, Jemma Bayley. I'm here reviewing everything ever. We're back. It's been, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a tough week for me. I've had feelings and emotions and troubles, and there's been magic round. It's just been a time for me. It's just been a time. Oh, I feel way better this week. Last week, I didn't film because I was like, But I'm okay. I'm moving past it and I'm learning at a slow glacial rate. So what have we learned from this week? We have learned to communicate how we feel to our friends and family. Yes, we have learned that maybe going internally to figure out a problem and telling nothing to anyone else could maybe confuse everyone and make them worry about you. Yes. I've also learned that if you're walking around Caxton Street to look at the ground because people have been vomiting in the middle of Sorry, for those of you who don't know, Magic Round is when like all the NRL teams do like a bunch of rounds, like all in one, like four-day thing. And it's like, it's the Edinburgh Fringe of like NRL. All right, we're going to start with a speed review because I've been doing this the last couple times and I've been really enjoying it. I've been getting into it. So, all right, we're going to first review, speed review. Rage quitting. Oh, dumb. I don't even like this review. I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to leave. This is stupid and dumb. Could you imagine? I just don't finish the review. I'm going to finish the review because I'm not a rage quitter. Rage quitting's for 12-year-old boys on the internet. It's not actually for us. I don't think I've seen someone rage quitting because you can't rage quit in real life. It would look really weird because there's no cuts in real life. You'd see them walk off angrily. It would feel really strange. I'm not a big fan of like rage quitting's a funny concept in like for humor's sake, but like in reality, it's really sad and weird and sucks. So I'm gonna give it a 1, of course. I'm gonna give it a 1. All the people who are like, you gave it a 1, I'm never watching your podcast again. I'm like, good, you shouldn't watch a podcast. You should be listening to it. Yeah, take that, imaginary commenter I made up just then. Me starting arguments with myself. Yeah, and win them. I love doing that. But then you got to remember, you also lost that argument. So keep one step ahead of the game, guys. We're going to review the phrase. I don't know if this is even a phrase. Live, laugh, love. In people's a specific person. You would think it would be in my house. It's a white woman house decor thing. It's like people trying to be deep by taking out more words, which I don't think. Like, sometimes it works and sometimes it does. Sometimes it works and sometimes it does. That's a great way to say 100% of the time it works every time. Do you know what I mean? I remember when Live, Laugh, Love came out and it was unironic. I remember these days. I am 34. I'm 33. I keep reminding myself that I'm 33. Does anyone do this? I live the year that I'm gonna be. That year, not the year that I currently am. Because if I was going to say my age to you, I say, I'm 34 this year. But if you ask me what my age is, I say I'm 34. But I'm not. I should say I'm 33. But, numbers are confusing. There's an upside down one over there. I hate it. I remember people, it was kind of like everywhere because it was on Instagram and it was on people's walls and people getting it tattooed along with dream catchers and watercolor tattoos. And it was like peak Instagram times, right? Bangles. Now when I look at it, the cringe factor on it is just too much because it's been parodied so much. It's basic because it's so widely used, right? And I've never been a big fan of people making fun of something just because everyone likes it, because I'm so basic. I have basic tendencies like around Halloween time, pumpkin spice lattes come out. Drinking pumpkin spice lattes is such a it's such a stereotype, but it doesn't stop me loving it. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't do anything about it, man. Like it's good. Do you think it makes you analyze why you like things, which is good? Like if you're looking at a cringe video and you see a little bit of yourself in that and you go, oh no, analyzing yourself and going, okay, well, am I just a product of like all these things being sold to me? Am I just a product of this, blah, 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 or do I actually like it? It makes you assess what you actually like, which I think is good. So yeah, analyze, but don't be hating on yourself too much just because, I don't know, you're like a matcha iced latte, you know? And Ugg boots. They're warm and fuzzy. Calm down. People have been quoting my video. By the way, hi, guys. I've had people come, I had someone come to my show recently and be like, I'm a fan of your podcast. And I went, why? I was like, why? What are you listening to? It's absolute nothing. It's got, they just want to stay informed on the rating system of everything ever, which is fair enough. It's a very important job. But I just had this moment of like, why? He was really nice and he was very articulate and he was funny and very sweet. And I thought, oh my God, this is awesome. I'm not going to lie. I was very worried about who my audience is. But when I met this guy, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're all weird as fuck, and maybe you all wank over me every now and then. That's fine. We've established. But, like, I think a lot of you are creative and thoughtful people, which makes me excited. So, yeah, thanks for being here, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I didn't mean to get, like, weirdly wholesome in the middle of the podcast, but it was a nice moment to meet a fan, and the fan represent something that I have a relief about. An iconic 3-word motivational mantra that originated from Bessie Anderson Stanley's 1904 poem, Success. Though it evolved into a beloved staple of the 2000 home decor, it has since become a popular internet meme representing an easygoing, good vibes lifestyle. It came from a poem. Wow. It's an abridged version of the 1904 award-winning poem, which originally read, "He achieved success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much." That is gorgeous. Why did we shorten it? I mean, no, I get why we shortened it. We have no time. We got to get to the point. I gotta be motivated. I gotta be motivated quick. That's gorgeous. We should have kept that. That saying was bastardized. And now it's cringy and now it's kind of like a silly thing. But going back and reading that is a gorgeous thing to say or want in your home decor to remind yourself. It's very nice. This is like a classic example of like maybe we need to look at the bigger picture sometimes, because like every single time I feel like on the internet we take a lot of stuff out of something and reduce it and remove the context, and then it becomes this floating thing of nothingness and pointlessness and basicness. That is kind of like it's consumable, but it's not like nourishing to the soul, you know, like we can eat it, but like it's not doing anything. It's like, oh, I enjoyed that for like a second, you know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I should read more. Okay, so Live, Love, Love, reviewing that. I like that it came from something so kind of lovely, deep, a poem, but it has been commercialized and sold in homes, and you know how I feel about capitalism. So I feel like it really does represent like a bad time, and now it's cringy. So it gets a 1. So we're going to another Instagram review. What is that? That's when I post up on my Instagram, hey, send me a review, and then a bunch of you respond. And this is the next one. If you want to send in a review, follow me on Instagram and wait for that to happen. For now, Jade Soul Music would like me to review Nintendo. Look, Nintendo, that's a lot. There's a lot, man. From what I remember of Nintendo, I had a Game Boy, I played Pokemon, I had Nintendo 64, We did Mario Kart Racing. We had Banjo-Kazooie. The thing of nostalgic dreams, Nintendo. Now, I don't game. I have a Nintendo Switch, but it was given to me by an ex. That's how good I am. I only have ever played Animal Crossing. I like it. It's cute. The outfits, the flowers, the decorating the house, all good things, collecting things. Adorable. Hold on. Hello, this is Jemma. That's okay. Have a good day. Bye. Best-selling IPs. Okay, so we got Mario, we got Pokemon, we got the Wii series, Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing, Super Smash Bros, Kirby, Brain Age, Duck Hunt, Splatoon, Yoshi, Nintendogs. Oh my god, can you remember Nintendogs? I bet they're all dead. No, I'm so sorry to say it. Did they die in that? Or do they just do that thing where they're really sad and they're like, I haven't eaten in days? You know, like when you go to visit your Neopet and they're like, I'm starving and it's been 4 years. And it's like, die already then. Don't stop complaining, just die. The game's trying to get you, trying to pluck at your heartstrings. Ooh, evil. Luigi's Mansion, Wario. I feel like I really thought, I don't know why, but I thought Nintendo was a lot bigger than that. But that being said, Mario and Pokemon, yeah, that's pretty big. Okay. Look at me complaining that Nintendo doesn't have like enough IP that it's not actually good. I'm like, it's only got Mario and Pokemon. Yeah, that's massive. That's massive. Okay. They've rehashed old IP a lot, which is cool, but like it's kind of like it is the Disney thing where they keep rehashing and remaking live action movies. Like, are we just going to get a live action Mario movie at some point and expected to be happy about that? So Nintendo, look, it's good. It's impacted my childhood. We all know about it. Like, you can gauge if something's like iconic if you know that people who have like done the Halloween of it. So yeah, we can't not give it anything lower than a 4, I think. We can't. It's Nintendo, Pokemon, Mario, Legend of Zelda. It's a 4. Next Instagram review is from Lloyd Can Fly. He wants me to review skate parks. All right, I'll review skate parks for you, Lloyd. I'll review skate parks for you. Parks in which you skate in, perfectly named. they're perfectly named. Imagine a park. You're thinking grass. You're thinking trees. All right, now think. If I want to go skate there, what are the things that will stop me from skating there? Trees and grass. So what is a skate park? All concrete? Little dips to go in and out of, ramps. That's a skate park. Perfectly made. It stops kids jumping on shit that they shouldn't be jumping. Well, they do. But like skate parks, I'm going to say that serves such a good purpose for kids not axing themselves on a letterbox. You know what I mean? Like, here's my theory. Like, you're not going to stop people from doing something that they want to do. You can facilitate a space in which they can do it and safely. Yeah, like, sure, they're not safe, like, but they're they're safer than rocking around on the road. So there's a skate park up the road from me. The fact that that's only happening there, and I know it's happening there, if we were to take that skate park away, if for some reason the council was like, skate parking is now illegal, kiddos, and you took that skate park away and you made it into, I don't know, something boring like an opera house. I mean, opera houses aren't bored. I don't want to fall into the same trap that Charlemagne fell into. I think ballet and opera are great. So you pave that over, it's not there anymore, right? Those kids are gonna go somewhere, and it's gonna be somewhere that is a road, and it's gonna be somewhere where you're trying to walk through. It's gonna be like a town center where you're trying to go about your business, shopping or some shit, and there's gonna be skateboarders around you, and you're gonna get hit. They're gonna go out on a road. They're there. They're like a funnel, you know, like if you they are. First of all, they are like a funnel. And secondly, they are like a cultural funnel. If you are into the skateboarding culture, if there is a skate park, they're all going there. And they're not over there. If you have a skate park in your area, be happy about it. Because now you know where they all are. And you can be careful around it. It's perfect. I don't know. I've heard people complain about skate parks, but if you get mugged in an area where muggings happen, it's a little bit your fault. If you get run over by a skateboarder and you're in a skate park, yeah, such a victim blamey thing, but also I don't care. Also, they look kind of cool. I like them. I'm gonna give them a 5. I like skate parks. I don't utilize them. I like the aesthetic of it. I like looking at them and going, how cool. So it looks like a Tony Hawk game. Have fun over there, guys. Be careful. All right, we're reviewing movies. While we're reviewing movies, we're reviewing Rat Race. Have you watched Rat Race? This is your chance. Rat Race has got Rowan Atkinson in it. It's got John Cleese. It's got, oh my God. Sorry, so Google it. I'm going to ruin it a little bit for you. Okay, so it's a race, right, to get this money. It's it's kind of like The Amazing Race, but if it was like in a movie and it was exploiting people. And behind the scenes of this race is a bunch of rich, like, billionaires all betting on who's going to get to that money first. So you have all these normal people like going off trying to, like, it's like they're taking planes and cars and all that sort of stuff across the like countryside to get to this money. It's just full of shenanigans. One guy gets in a helicopter with this chick who tries to kill her ex-boyfriend when she finds out that he's cheating on her. There is a point where a car goes up air traffic control tower, and one of the dudes almost gets run over by the car. There's a lady who owns squirrels who tries to kill these two ladies for not buying a squirrel. It's just there's a guy trying to transport a human heart, but along the line it gets lost and this dog gets it and they're chasing this dog and then they get it back, but it's no longer beating, and then they grab this is Rowan Atkinson grabs the electric fence and it makes it come back to life. It's just, I haven't seen a comedy with that big a budget in forever, in such a long time. It had an unnecessarily big budget. There were like car chases and helicopter scenes and like, it was bonkers, guys. I think at some point there was even a musical number. Do you know, like, that doesn't happen anymore, unfortunately. So I loved it. Anyway, so Rat Race. What do I give it? I give it 5 stars. I loved it. Oh, dude, I'll watch it again. I'll watch it tomorrow again, and I'd probably still enjoy it. I could keep going. There's so, like, just when I forget what happens in it, something like kind of clicks in my mind. I go, oh yeah, and that happened in it as well. Crazy. It's like a fever dream, but it all makes sense. It's all in there. When you watch it, okay, to say it in isolation is crazy. But when I tell you there was a woman trying to kill these 2 other women because they didn't buy one of her squirrels, it makes sense. In the film, you're like, yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh, man, they should have bought squirrel. 5 stars. Okay. We're reviewing, I'm going to review rhinos. They're like elephants, but they're pointy. In Melbourne, they used to have this little ad that was like, being hit by a tram is like being hit by a rhino. And I was like, that is so rude to rhinos. Trams are not rhinos, and rhinos are not trams. And I think we need to stop body shaming trams or rhinos. I don't know which one is. I don't know who would be more upset, honestly. Actually, I think if I was a tram and I was being compared to a rhino, I'd be pretty happy about that. I'd be like, it's pretty cool. But if I was a rhino and I was being compared to a tram in Melbourne, I'd be like, no, they don't even know me. Rhinos are more famous than Melbourne trams. I'm just saying. Like, everyone knows what a rhino is. Except rhinos, they're not self-aware. You know how some animals can be self-aware? Like, I'm pretty sure dolphins know they're dolphins and chimpanzees know they're chimpanzees. You know, like, and some animals, I don't think rhinos are self-aware. You know, like how dogs look in the mirror and they're like, that's another dog. Like, but they don't know that they are a dog. Or is that cats? You know how cats think that we're bigger cats? There's some animals that know what's going on and there's some that don't. I don't think rhinos aren't screaming to me self-aware. That sounds so rude, but it's true. They're so unself-aware. Are rhinos still being hunted for their horn for aphrodisiac reasons? Was that a thing when people thought that, like, for some reason the horn on a rhino would make your pee-pee get hard? Like, is there any more science behind that than simply looking at a rhino and being like, that's a big looking horn, and maybe if I ground that up and ate it, I would be horny? Like, is that the whole science behind that? Or is it deeper? Because, like, that's dumb. We could all debunk that. It's not just that, is it? It's gotta be something like scientific, because that's crazy. It's like people going up to things that are that shape and being like, if I eat that, I will be that shape. It's like me seeing a stick insect and being like, I want to be skinny. I'm going to eat stick insects. Like, that's such a, no. It's such a, you are what you eat, but like in the dumbest kind of way. Hold on. No, rhino horns do not make you horny. Scientifically, they possess no aphrodisiac properties and have no effect on sexual desire. The rhino horn is composed entirely of keratin, the exact same structural protein that makes up human fingernails, toenails, and hair. Rhino horn has about the same medical physiological effect as chewing on your own fingernails. I love how aggressive this definition is. People primarily hunt and poach rhinos for their horns, which are driven by highly lucrative illegal black markets in Asian countries for like Vietnam and China. So yeah, but it's just fingernails. Traditional medicine. Despite being made of keratin, the same substance, yeah, they're ground into powder to treat various ailments, from fevers and gout to hangovers and terminal illness. So, but they're a status symbol. In many upper-class Asian communities, rhino horns are coveted as symbol of wealth, success, prosperity, and often gifted to business associates or terminally ill relatives. Okay. Because the horn is so valuable on the black market, impoverished local communities in Africa are frequently exploited by international crime syndicates to track and kill the animals. Jesus Christ! It's also linked to trophy hunting. Okay, it's a status, more of a status symbol thing than actually wanting the horn for something to do something. Because I know elephants are the ivory thing. I don't get that. I'm not excusing that. I'm just saying that's why. So this one's more of a trophy thing. Okay. Well, don't do that. Done. I've solved it. She's solved it. Oh, amazing. I just read this to you and there's no reason, so let's all stop now. Okay, cool? Done. Trophy hunting's a weird one. Honestly, because I get that some people are doing it because they're like, sport. But also there's so many like sports in which like you don't have to kill a thing. But maybe just do one that doesn't kill a thing, maybe. Anyway, so rhinos, look, they're iconic as well. Like you see a rhino, you know it's a rhino. You see a hippo, you know it's a hippo. You see an elephant, you know it's an elephant. Giraffe, you know it's a giraffe. I'm gonna say you see a meerkat, maybe you don't know it's a meerkat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're iconically shaped as well, because the problem with meerkats is there's so many small marsupial cat-like looking things that you're a little bit like, Like, okay, a lion's iconic, but it's because of the mane, right? Or like tigers are iconic because of the stripes. Like they've got to be like a certain amount of different, like peacock, iconic. Wolves are less iconic than a tiger because wolves kind of look like other types of animals. Like the boring. Like, I don't know another rhino-shaped thing that isn't a rhino. Like, maybe the closest thing is a hippo, but they do look so different, those two things. So like a gazelle or like a deer or anything that shape. There's a bunch of those, goats even. I'm going to say they all look the same to me. They all look the same to me. I don't see color, I see shape though. And their silhouettes look completely different, you know? So rhino, they're iconic. Their horns are coveted. They're endangered? I think they're endangered. Yeah, they are. Damn. Also, baby rhino, adorable. Adorable. I love myself a baby big animal, you know, because they're just like silly looking. So rhinos, we're giving, look, they're not the most iconic. Oh, they're surrounded by controversy as well. And I feel like they're cool, but they're not that cool. I'm going to give them a 3. Sorry, guys. I'm going to give them a 3. I think they're great. I like them. But they're a rhino. I think if we get all the animals and we put them on a scaling system, I think a rhino is right on 3 in my scaling system. When you talk about all the animals and you're like, this is a sick animal, this is a dumb animal, rhino is a 3. Oh, I'm so sure of that right now. A rhino is dead set a 3. Why do I think that? I don't know. In the same way that I'm like a shark is a 5. Don't know why. Shark is a 5 to me. Shark is a 5. Rhino is a 3. What's a 1? Cane toad. Cane toad's a 1. Why? I don't know. It's like how I know a slug is a 1. I don't know why I know a slug is a 1. And a giraffe is a 2. Why is a giraffe a 2? I don't know why I know a giraffe is a 2. It just is. And I think that, what's a 4 then? Peacock. Peacock's a 4. Do you see what I mean? It's weirdly intuitive. Anyway, okay. All right. We've gotten too far into it, but we did do a bunch of reviews all at once, so I'm pretty happy with myself. I'm going to review Emos. What are emos? It is a relic of my past. I tried to be emo for a little bit and it didn't work. So emos it's short for emotional, and it's basically like, it's back in the days when scene kids were a thing. It was like the unholy child of like goths and the 2000s. It was when black skinny jeans were a thing and wearing your Converse and My Chemical Romance, and you swept your black hair to the side and you had one strand of a color in it, and you were wearing like that black and white check bands, and yeah, it was like loosely connected to like that sort of grungy era. But also it had a mixture of like internet aesthetics. So there was a lot of like ties to stupid cat memes and Kenzai has a cookie please sort of like text from MSN and posting lyrics, and you're like, oh man, it was a whole time. Emos were meant to be sad. So you're meant to be sad all the time and dress like that. And it was meant to be a vibe that you were sad and aware of the world and aware of yourself. And ironically, a lot of really rich white girls were doing it. I think that they're like, not to discredit young white girls' feelings, that I'm very sure that they were actually emotional, but it was just such a way of like, it was like a way to connect with people without saying the obvious thing out loud, which is like that we're all going through some sort of hormonal change. It was like, no, I'm feeling these feelings. A lot of talks of like suicide and like cutting your wrists and things like that. It was very tied to a deep, dark corner of the internet that really, I want to say, romanticized the concept of like those dark thoughts, which I think was very bad. A lot of stuff structured around teenage suicides and deaths and things like that. I'm sure many friends of our friends that like have stories connected to all that. Weirdly enough, light, funny, ridiculous thing, cringy now, but also there is a deeper context to that era that we all kind of forgot about, I think, which is that there was a lot of like really sad things happening with the young people of that generation that we should not ignore. Like there was a lot of health problems with making kids think that they were fat as well. Like there was a lot of like mental health issues happening. Emo was born out of something dark, deep and twisted, which is ironic because then it became like this almost play on that, which is how we deal with trauma. But man, it was all happening in the 2000s. So of course now it's ironic. But so how would I actually, so if I'm going to rate emos as like a subculture, because like goths scare the shit out of me and they're amazing. So I'm pretty sure I gave them a 5. Emos I see as kind of like a more commercialized, upsetting trauma version of that, which has no intrinsic, it didn't really go anywhere. It was just kind of like this in between. It was like a thing of a thing. It felt kind of like photocopying a photocopy and memeing a meme, or like it didn't feel like its own thing, to be completely honest. Emos lacked originality, and I'm gonna judge them harshly on it. So we're giving emos, we're giving him a 2. Yeah, we're giving him a 2. Also, I just didn't like skinny jeans. I didn't have the legs for it. Okay, all right. I think we're done here. I think we're done. I think we're done. That's it. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next week. So.